That's wild. But hey, these guys, the real people fighting anti-Semitism out here, you know? Barron Trump and the bro vote helped sway the election. What happens next?
In a big week for the manosphere. Figures from this proudly anti-feminist section of the internet, made up of influencers.
My analysis is peer-reviewed and tracked. Next election, if you want Dems to win, I think you need to do your support for Republicans so it drops them around 2.5 to 4% so the Dems can retake power. I think it's important to reconsider. Yeah, I'm going to support the Republicans next election so I cost them the elections. You're right. The irony is, if I were to support the Republicans, I would get so much more prominence. My life would be infinitely easier if I supported the Republican Party. Do you understand? Like, think about all of the shit that I have to deal with on a daily fucking basis from all these psychopaths out there because my politics are not even aligned with, like, the Democratic Party to a T. I'd be in this video right now on Vice News being like, this man is the man single-handedly responsible for giving Donald Trump the bro vote. Working out every day on his Instagram stories and explaining to people why you must vote for Donald Trump to save America. And that's right. Here you can see him doing the Trump dance, singing along with Yo voy a votar por Donald Trump.
I'm true, guys. Trump's in the White House.
Pundits, comedians, streamers, and podcasters are still reveling in Donald Trump's triumph.
Trump!
And claiming they played a big part in helping him win what is being called the gender war election.
I need an abortion. Get fucked.
Many of them have spent the days since Trump's victory mocking female voters.
Guess what? Guys win again. It's you.
Like, this guy does not represent the bro vote, by the way. Like, this is an entirely separate thing. Like, I think the Nelk boys do represent the bro vote to a certain degree. Joe Rogan, certainly. Andrew Tate, even, I would say that. But, like, this dude is just a fucking gross incel neo-Nazi, right? He's not, like, I don't think he has motion like that. These guys literally, like, he is LARPing as, like, a Korean misogynist, okay, in the United States of America. Like, the level of hatred and vitriol that this fucking dweeb has. Who's that? Oh, it's Destiny's former friend, American Nazi, Nicholas Fuentes. Don't ask Destiny if he thinks he's a Nazi, though. He'll ban you. Maybe he might have changed his opinion on that, actually. But back in the day when they used to do collaborations, he would routinely defend that he was not considered a Nazi.
Your body, my choice.
As a president who was found liable for sexual abuse, ponders whether to radically redraw abortion rights across the US.
I'm president. I want to protect the women. I'm going to do it whether the women like it or not.
No, Hasan, they were never friends. They just debated once, according to a former friend of yours. I love Ethan's, like, final evolution, which is, like, defending Destiny. And also by way of that being like, no, Destiny did not elevate Nick Fuentes' platform openly. And ban members of his community for saying correctly that he was a Nazi and this was dangerous, and regularly debated people on whether or not he considered Nick Fuentes to be a full-blown Nazi or not. Oh, that's right. He did do that, actually. That's crazy. That's wild. But hey, these guys, the real people fighting anti-Semitism out here, you know? Anyway. Let's get back to the bro vote.
Yet as the dust settles, the Republican Party has a problem.
Yeah!
What does it do with the tide of angry young men who sent them back to the White House? Though plenty of women voted Republican, the gender war election framing has been pushed by some of the world's loudest voices. Elon Musk, Trump's biggest supporter in recent months, tweeted, "The cavalry has arrived. Men are voting in record numbers. They now realize everything is at stake." The top reply came from the notorious influencer and accused rapist and human trafficker, Andrew Tate. His summary of the election? It's men versus gays and chicks.
We have a new star. A star is born, Elon.
Many have criticised the world's richest man for stoking the fires of gender conflict, And some have pointed out that more young women voted Trump than they did in 2020, with support increasing from 33% to 40%. Yet the increase in young men voting for Trump was even higher, jumping from 41% to 56%.
Trump's support is strongest among young Republicans, Gen Z, and young millennials,
giving him a crucial edge in what's being described as one of the most consequential elections in US history.
Fuck Kamala. Trump 2024!
And Trump's secret weapon in securing the so-called bro vote appears to have been his gigantic, chronically online 18-year-old son, Barron.
Barron Trump. Hey, you're pretty popular. He might be more popular than Don and Eric. We gotta talk about it.
Barron Trump, along with his MAGA influencer best friend, Bo Loudon.
The strategy is reaching an audience that maybe isn't being recognized. Joe Rogan obviously picked President Trump. I helped set that up too. I definitely talked to some people about that.
Were tasked by the Trump campaign with helping to reach out to Gen Z men.
Donald J. Trump!
And they did it through their favorite influencers, many of whom were name-checked live from Trump's victory podium by UFC boss Dana White.
I want to thank the Nelk Boys, Aiden Ross, Theo Vaughn, Bustin' with the Boys, and last but not least, the mighty and powerful Joe Rogan.
Aiden Ross is one of them, a 24-year-old streamer whose career highlights include being the man who sniffed Andrew Tate's chair after interviewing him and hosting a live stream with the incel and white supremacist Nick Fuentes.
Dude, it's actually like a pleasure to talk to you, bro.
A close friend of Barron, Aiden Ross hosted Trump on his stream in August of this year.
My son Barron says hello. He's a great young guy, but he's a big fan.
Yeah. The platform, other people who have platformed him are currently on a vengeance quest to claim that Twitch is anti-Semitic, okay? Like, here is Nandre, who is a streamer on this platform and a friend of the show. The image on the left is fake. This image on the right is a screenshot of an emote on Aiden Ross's kick stream. If you actually care about anti-Semitism, tons of really gross, hateful people actually do something about over there. Oh, nice change. The change went live. That was fast. Excellent work, says Dan Can't Tweet. Putting this fucking gross anti-Semitic meme on sensitive social issues. This is a real emote. Here's what the kick co-founder had to say. The fact that it has to be said the image on the left is fake shows us the state of Twitch more than anything else. The image on the right was a user's emote that was removed as soon as we became aware. Unlike other platforms, Kick has never banned Israelis and all are welcome. The fact that we believe this says a lot about you, actually, is amazing. Okay? No, man. That just says a lot about how stupid you are. You own a fucking platform, you dumbass. And the person who had this fucking emote, quite literally, is right here hanging out with one fucking Holocaust denier who advocates the lower age of consent, saying, oh man, I'm so excited that you are fucking, side by side, talking to an open fucking out and about neo-Nazi. I feel like I'm losing my mind a little bit, What a stupid fucking state of affairs. People are talking about how anti-Semitic Twitch is for mistakenly, in my opinion, like a major fucking issue that I have with it as well. Unbanning Sneeko and Fresh and Fit, only to fucking turn around and make these call out posts from YouTube where those guys still stream. This is the one thing you were wrong on, unfortunately. After the Aiden X Trump live stream, the dudes did not look into the background of Aiden like they should have. Yeah, no, I talked to Taylor Lorenz about this. And the thing that was really interesting about that was that the culture, like the culture reporters are just gone. They're basically non-existent. Like the media, legacy media publishers have just completely dropped the fucking ball on understanding how these guys operate, what they fucking see. It says a lot about society that I believe this fake image. It's like, no, it just says a lot about you, you fucking idiot. It doesn't say a lot about society at all. It just says a lot about you. It says that you're a dumbass. Here's another version of the events. Destiny's good friend and co-host making a fake video to make it appear that Hasan has played a Nazi anthem is a weird choice. Like, Mr. Combating Anti-Semitism Mr. Combating Anti-Semitism is over here fucking fantasizing about me playing a Nazi song when I never would do that. The funny part is that this fake clip arguably breaks less rules than the original. Nazi Germany doesn't exist, so it isn't a propaganda state. This isn't directly produced by the Nazi government, doesn't call for violence or war, etc. And then he ends up defending in a hypothetical that he created. In a hypothetical scenario that he created, a fake scenario that he created, he then ends up defending me playing the Nazi song, which is insane. Well, he is a kick streamer after all, so that's not shocking. Here's him saying the N-word. Wait.
Bro, are we doing the fucking show? Collins? Nigga, please.
Whoa. Disco, Jesus Christ.
Hutch said that.
Sure. Live on YouTube.
No, that's you that just said that.
A 50-year-old man, by the way. Lee's races cake streamers. They're so edgy, man. I mean, on their podcast, Destiny has openly said the N-word as well. So let's get back to the bro podcast vote.
My son Barron says hello. He's a great young guy, but he's a big fan of yours.
What's up, Barron? Yeah, Barron's awesome.
Barron also appears to have close links with the notorious influencer Andrew Tate, after the two were linked to a failed meme coin cryptocurrency.
I'm going to text Barron. Him and I talk quite often.
In private messages acquired by Vice, senior members of Tate's misogynist network, The War Room, speculated for years that the 2024 election would be a gender war, where the nuances of identity politics would fall away, leaving a direct battle between men and women. To ensure the result they wanted, Tate, Ross, the Nelk Boys, and a whole host of alpha male influencers spent Election Day telling their followers to go out and vote for Trump.
If Kamala's in charge, we're one period away from global destruction. We need a man in power. We need a man in charge.
When Donald Trump was announced as the next president, those same online figures were quick to gobble up the credit for galvanizing the so-called bro vote.
Bring down the temperature.
Despite outgoing President Joe Biden asking Americans to unite and set aside their differences, Trump's victory looks likely to kickstart another 4 years of division and rancor.
It was always bigger than Trump. If you take...
Isn't it weird how we've never heard Barron talk? It'd be really funny if he had like a really funny voice, kind of like Jared Kushner.
Him out now, it won't even matter. 7 people will replace him, bro.
Women across the US are vowing to stop dating, marrying, having sex, or having children with men, inspired by the 4B movement in South Korea.
We are just really sick of men's shit. This is the consequence of toxic masculinity.
An offshoot of Me Too, formed after the murder of a Seoul woman in 2016, is grown in response to concerns including revenge porn and digital sex crimes.
Yeah, dude. I mean, South Korea is the method of like... South Korea is the example of like what happens when society, when the gender wars reach its fucking peak and it just like completely collapses.
Pressing topics in the US, with women reporting an extreme uptick in online misogyny since Trump's win.
And it's like, you're a fucking retard.
In response, Nick Fuentes, popularizer of the inflammatory slogan, "Your Body, My Choice," has been doxxed, with social media users posting his home address. He's already run into trouble with the law after macing a 57-year-old...
This shit was crazy. Jesus Christ.
...old feminist on his doorstep.
Hi. Oh my God, what are you doing?
No comment.
Get the fuck out of here.
Even within the MAGA camp, the celebratory tone adopted by people like Fuentes and Tate is causing division. Hillary Crowder, a trad-right political commentator, has encouraged the Republicans to disavow the red pill manosphere nonsense. The question of whether they will or not looks set to define the next chapter in US politics.
Hey, if you like this video, please subscribe and hit that bell so you don't miss out on any future videos.